All right, let's get it. Take two of the 10K instant funding account, 10K trading account to $10,000 per month. All right. Episode 2, week 2. Episode 1 was pretty much week 1. We ended the week profitable. We only took one trade that week, and it just so happened to be a profitable day. Okay. I'm saying take 2 because I was recording this video, and then while I was recording the fucking video, the camera started slouching down. And I was like, shit. And then I was like, wait a second. The camera's not even on me anymore. This is fucking stupid. So take 2. Here we go. Anyways, 10K trading account to $10,000 per month. What is it? Keep it quick. Taking a $10,000 instant funding account from Alpha Trader, by the way. So we kind of got to hit 10 minimum days of 0.5%. All right, meaning that the $10,000 account, 1% is $100. So we just got to make at least $50 for 10 days before we're eligible to start taking payouts and keep the account. Because if we don't do that in 30 days, we're cooked. We're cooked. That's it. Done. Finito. Deal. So yeah, 10K instant trading account to $10,000 per month, taking the funds and withdrawal from that smaller account and reinvesting it into bigger accounts. Because I mean, think about that. That's literally the process. That's literally the process. You know, I want to avoid calling it a 10K challenge sort of deal because it's not a challenge. It's just following a simple process. Stick to the strategy, have patience, reinvest those profits, and move on from there. It's really that simple. You have a profitable strategy. Stick to it, broski. 930, US 30 breakout. Sometimes we're going to trade NAS 100. I've been a little flip-flop on these rules, but if there's one thing I really want to aim to stick with, and that's one trade per day. But the thing is, I took 2 trades today. One was a small profit and the other one was good. So I got to rephrase this one trade a day thing. Okay, I really do. Because if I see a trade and it's obviously going south, and then I see another opportunity and it's obviously going to go in my favor, which has been happening, which does happen. If the first one is ass, the second one, nine times out of 10 ends up not being ass and making profits back and then some. So I really don't know. I don't even want to mention this freaking rule anymore because I kid you not, I literally took 2 trades today. One, I closed early in small profits because it already took out liquidity lows, and like obviously it was gonna hit stop, so I closed the fucking trade and I went in for buys. I logs on NASDAQ. It's Friday, so you gotta be a bit more careful on Friday when it comes to trading these breakouts. You know, people, they try to avoid Fridays, but we're doing a challenge. Our goal is to hit the minimum days, and if we take out Friday, then that's 4 whole last days of potential profits, potential minimum days being hit that we miss out on. So why not? Last Friday was profitable. I should have just, put on my big boy pants and traded last Friday. But yeah, I missed out on some easy ass profits last Friday, bro. Last Friday. And I'm gonna be posting these videos a week ahead. I believe it's a week ahead. It's week 2. This video is going out next week, so we're gonna be a week behind on these uploads. If you want the up-to-date updates on this series, you're just gonna have to go to either TikTok or Instagram, whatever you want to use. Instagram, Darian Prince Trades. TikTok, it's just Darian Prince. I think it's Darian.Prince, some shit like that. Darian.Prince on TikTok. Who gives a fuck? Everything's in the description. Refer to the description. Yeah. So anyways, this week was a pretty interesting week. Things were going well for the first 2 days. I kid you not. That trade hit on Monday. Apparently it's like free money Monday. So kind of funny because people are like, Mondays suck. At the end of the day, it depends on your fucking strategy, bro. Free money Monday. Tuesday went well. Okay. Wednesday. Stupid. I saw I doubted myself. Okay. I was on a 3-day win streak, and I would have been on a 4-day win streak if I traded last Friday, but then I started doubting myself. I had this long that I entered, right? I entered buys at a high, and I closed it early because I was like, I don't know about this one. Is that a major high? I don't know. That shit would have hit if I just held on to it. But then again, stops were kind of tight on it, and I'm not supposed to go 1% and draw down on the account. And it got pretty close. So I was like, let me close this because I'm not trying to lose the fucking account, bro. We're not doing this process to show how good we are at losing accounts and being bad, unprofitable traders. We're doing this process because content, it's fun, and I know I can pull it off. So that's why we're doing this. So it did get close to hitting 1%, so I did go ahead and close it out. It was a bit riskier of a trade, a setup, so yeah, that happened. And I took 2 more trades because I was like, bruh, come on now. I took a NAS 100 trade that looked dope. Wasn't dope, got faked the fuck out. Tight stops on that. Took a US 30 trade. Got wiped out on that bit too. And on my other account that I'm not even tracking, I actually ended up making everything back. No, that was yesterday that I did that, which was Thursday. Thursday, the issue with Thursday is that we did take a good, profitable trade. But the issue with Thursday is that we decided to use a 0.1, hold on, no, that's a 10, a 1 micro lot. We decided to use a 1 micro lot, okay? That was a fucking mistake. And the reason I was like, oh, let me go ahead and use a 1 was because on Wednesday, I was like, oh man, using a 2 is too much. This is a bit crazy. And I had to close it early, okay, to avoid it going into that 1% threshold. And then a trade ended up going in my favor anyway. So going into the next day, I was like, oh, let me go ahead and just lower my risk. That's safe. Stupid ass fucking idea. It hit $40, and if I was using a 2 micro lot, I would have hit my target and I would have been straight. The target is anywhere between $70 to $100. We don't want to go over $100, and the reason we don't want to go over $100, even though we will be able to go over $100 with some of these trades, is because there is a consistency rule. The more profit I make on one day, like say for example, I hit 120 bands, right? And obviously we're not doing 120 bands. It's just $120, but you know, eventually in the future, you stick with things, you compound your accounts. 8th wonder of the world, tight shit. 120 bandos. Anyways, aside from that, if I get $120 on one day, and I'm mostly doing on average like $80 to $70 on winning days, it's gonna take me a hell of a lot longer to get a withdrawal. Because I just made so much money on this one day, and they're like, hey, you made a lot of money on this one day. You gotta even it out. It's gonna take longer. So trying to avoid going over $100. So yeah, that's why we wanna be a bit careful. I took a 1 lot, not gonna do that shit again. I'm gonna stick to 2. So if we're sticking to 2 micro lots on the $10,000 account, right? The goal is to go from a $10,000 account to a $100,000 account to 3 $150,000 accounts. And we're going to go ahead and maintain the 100K and the $450,000 worth of instant accounts. And here's the deal about the instant accounts when it comes to Alpha Trader Firm. Link in the description, by the way, if you want to go ahead and try them. They are very reliable when it comes to payouts. How the fuck do I know that? Because I got in payouts from them. Okay, take my word for it. You don't want to give them a try? Hey, no big deal, bro. Go trade your futures or your other prop firm. No big deal. The reason why, there's something I want to bring up when it comes to these accounts. Yes, it's a $10,000 account, but if you want to be safe, it truly is a $5,000 account because the max drawdown is 5%. 5. Let that sink in. The max drawdown on these fucking accounts is 5%, bruh. So if the max drawdown on an account is 5%, does it really make sense for me to risk 1% per trade, especially if there is a 1% threshold for open trades? You're not buying a $10,000 account, okay? And I don't want to hear that, oh, it's a prop firm, you're not really buying them. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's really a $10,000 account if you buy a $100,000 account because the max drawdown. Shut the fuck up. Who cares, bruh? It's a 100K account. I bought a $10,000 instant account, right? But technically, if I want the drawdown to be 10%, it has to be, I got to treat it like it's a $5,000 account, which makes sense because the minimum days for profits I got to hit is 0.5% anyway. So when it comes to these accounts, doing quick math, right? 450 bandos, that's 225 bandos. Combine that with the 100K bandos, which is actually 50K bandos. We have 275 grand to play with, okay? All right, 275 grand to play with, all right. When it comes to the trader score, I don't know why the fuck Alpha calls it trader score. I think it's the most stupidest, corniest shit ever. It's a fucking consistency rule. They say you gotta hit a certain trader score to be able to withdraw your profits, which is crazy because there was a point in time where I was not hitting the trader score and they were letting me withdraw profits. So, hey, bro. Anyways, the thing about the trader score is that it's pretty much a consistency rule. I always have to look it up because I don't remember it exactly, but the point is you just gotta win about 5 trades in a row. As long as you win like 5 trades in a row, you'll be able to get a withdrawal. And it doesn't have to be consecutive. What I mean about 5 trades in a row is that when it comes to the math for the consistency rule, it's 20%. And with 20%, that's pretty much 5 wins. So maybe you win, you lose, you win again, you win, you lose, however the fuck you want to do it. Keeping the math simple, about 5 wins in a row, 5 wins worth of profits on your account. Boom, you're going to get a withdrawal. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less, but on average, it's about 5 wins. So yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to hit that. Week 2, we ended up being negative by like 1 trade. No big deal. It sucks that I crashed out and lost 3 times on Wednesday, but it is what it is. I learned my lesson. Not making that mistake again during this. We're going to move on. We're going to stay strong. We're going to stay consistent. We're going to continue doing our breakouts at 9:30. And the reason why we're doing breakouts at 9:30 is because that works for me and that works for my schedule. And gosh, it feels so damn good to just take a simple ass breakout and be done literally within a minute. I could be done trading within a minute on some days, within a couple of seconds, bro. Instead of waiting on a fucking pullback, I could just take a breakout at market open and be done. You just gotta be fast with it. You just gotta be quick with it. That shit works, bro. That shit works. Look at Mamba FX. Y'all seen the videos. I mean, if you see my channel before, you see the fucking videos that nigga's still making money, bro. He's still doing breakouts and he still makes dough. I don't do breakouts like him though. It didn't work for me. I do breakouts a different way. I learned from this other guy named Vito. And the way that he does breakouts works better for me compared to the way that Mamba does breakouts. And this Vito guy, he makes 100 bands a month and he's only 20 years old. And yes, it's actual real deal. I can make this video so much longer. I'm about to be at 15 minutes, but it's kind of crazy how much money some people make from doing this stuff. The normal person will see this shit and they'll think, oh, that's not legit. That's fake. That's a scam. But I mean, when bro's showing bank statements and bro's living this type of lifestyle, bro's not selling courses like that. I mean, come on now. And bro's been doing it for this long. Same with Mamba FX. But this video is not about them niggas. This video is about me, okay? And my update. Week 2, we're done. Down by 1%. We're up on our other normal accounts though, so it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna go in. We're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna do our deal. If you want to get an account, link in the description. Check them out, or not. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. That kind of goes to trading, you know. Do whatever you want to do. So much shit works. Everything works. Let's see what week 3 brings.